March 15th. Wait, is it St. Patrick's Day? I don't remember.
It's the Ides of March.
It's the what?
Ides of March.
I have no
Watch
idea.
your back.
I have no idea what that means. Let's get going. Here she comes. It's time for Video Chicken. Don't hit the lights. What is wrong with you? To my left, co-host, chickenista, chicken expert, Kristen. Today is going to be an awesome show. Look at Goosebumps.
Yeah. Coyotes are everywhere.
What's going on, Kristen?
Oh, I was just getting my chicken poop necklace on.
Can I get some? Oh, someone's already pooped. Ingrid's like doing her job. Ask and you may receive. Ingrid is on it.
Don't blame it on me.
Oxygen is the solution to foulness.
I just felt it on my back. It's warm and oh, God.
I knew I was going to have serious problems that, like, the coop remained that much better than the house forever.
The coop is beautiful, by the way. I'm not trying to plug your products by any means.
Please do.
Lipstick, give me a makeup kit. You know, I'll be nice and pretty for the crows.
Oh, so let's pull out another chicken. This is like a magic trick. Up to 1 o'clock already. Oh my God. We have a new Ingrid.
Memo. I missed the memo.
Know a lot of people who do raise rabbits alongside their chickens.
Why would you wait till the last minute to pull out your homework?
Have we met before?
Yeah, that's a good one with the cords and everything.
This falls right off, and he regrows a new one the following spring.
Calm down, Matt. Calm down.
Why?
This is a really interesting show.
Oh, it's, see?
Yeah.
My fault. I love it. Cindy, you just earned yourself a shirt. I love that.
Yes, Matt, you are right.
I had no idea what to expect when we opened up that box. And this is why we love what we do.
That's my goal, is to really bring people together through chickens.
The power of chickens.
So.
What's going on, guys? Yes, we are live March 15th, 2024. I love our intro. I'm never going to get, I don't know. I love that intro. Yeah, Ingrid's busy working over there. How are you doing today, Ingrid?
I'm good. She's doing some last minute show prep.
Hi,
Ingrid.
Shocker. Kristen, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Matt?
I'm doing
Happy
well.
Friday.
Had a great morning. I can't wait to talk about this morning, and I have no idea what today's show is about. However, we did not plan this. You wore black and white, and I wore black and white.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite shirts.
I
think this is my favorite.
I
Carolina
wonder.
Coop shirt.
It is why.
Well, it's North Carolina. It's chickens. It's beautiful. It's simple.
It's everything in one. I like it too. This is my favorite. So you wore your favorite, and I wore my favorite. Interesting.
I almost wore that one. Maybe one day we'll get coordinated.
Yeah, one day.
Twinsies.
Yeah, no, but we don't want to try it. It's got to happen on accident. Ingrid has said, no, don't do it. When we talked about it, she's like, no, that's just going to be weird. But it would be kind of funny. Again, what's going on, guys? 34 people here already. Yes, we are live. I have no clue what we're talking about today, but I'm starting to get a hint because Ingrid's been pumping in a bunch of pictures.
Yeah.
That starting to hint towards what's going on. Last week, we had an awesome show. We had a huge audience. I think we hit almost 150 people here, so I can't thank you guys enough for that. I believe we are streaming to X now, of course, YouTube. I know Facebook, I think it might even, it's coming up, or they're not going to let you stream live as a group anymore to Facebook, which is garbage, but whatever.
Well, we're a company.
Yeah, no, I think we've decided that doesn't affect us.
We're not a group. We're a business.
But it's considered a group. Whatever. I hope you guys are right. So again, I have no idea what we're going to talk about today. So you guys will fill me in. I see some
Well,
eggs.
You've always got something to get off your chest. We've got that segment. Oh, you're trying to deny it.
No, I'm not going to deny it.
You're filtering. You're prioritizing all of your gripes.
Yeah, this is what you do, apparently. But also, there after last week's show, as promised, I think we were a little late. We went live out there, and we video recorded a long format of the clean out of the deep litter system that went so well. And actually, already I noticed someone who said, Matt, during last week's clean out, was that there was no dust? I don't know if that means a question or not, but if you when you see that video come out, and you can already go watch the live version, I couldn't believe that was almost spot on perfect.
Yeah. Oh, it was lots of fun.
All right. So, guys, let us know. Make sure everything sounds good. We got Christopher over there who's been doing the social media. Hopefully, you've seen some of his reels that have come out this week. Completely different. He's got his whole twist on it. A lot of animation. Very educational. So, I absolutely love it.
They've been fun.
Have you guys had a chance to see them?
Yes.
Ingrid's just staring at me. I got to get her to start smiling. What do we got to do?
Why? Don't tell me to smile.
See?
So annoying.
See, there's a smile. Thank God.
Tell me to smile.
It's just so It's like, smile. Things aren't so bad. How many women have heard
Condescending.
that?
Am I that condescending? People say that all the time.
But
I'm just,
I mean, I've heard that my whole life.
oh, good. So it's not just me.
Yeah.
So I'm being honest.
No.
It makes me happy when you smile. Thank you.
Well, that's
Thank you.
nice.
My audio sounds low now, so make sure I sound good. I know I talk loud. Maybe if I go like this, I don't know. I have a normal level in my headphones that I like, and it's not there right now. So maybe turn me up just a little bit. So today, what are we talking about today?
Spring cleaning. Is it?
Ooh.
Is it? I know. Yes
That's
or
not-
no?
I did.
This may be a surprise to you, but spring cleaning is not my strong suit.
I did see my first little coat of yellow pollen on my vehicle this
I know,
morning.
the pollinating.
So it is here. I saw some daffodils up a little bit more. Just
I've had daffodils for 2 months.
turn
Yeah.
number one headphone up. Yes, a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. Right there. So it is spring, at least here in the South.
Yeah, and next week is officially spring.
And that's my mom's birthday.
Right, March 21st.
Yeah.
Officially spring.
Wait a minute.
And next Friday, we have eggs hatching.
Wait. Yes. So I checked on them this morning. I was going to bring them in here, and I decided not to because they're just dark, which is a good sign.
Okay, good.
Which means we're probably going to hopefully have a good hatch rate.
Oh, are we eating the dud today?
Glad you mentioned that because you know what happened
Getting hungry.
You know what happened this morning? I want to share this real quick, and I was going to get some videos and pictures, but I wanted to respect their privacy. In Durham, North Carolina, in 2008, I moved there, and this is where Carolina Coop started when I didn't even know it was starting. I was building things out of my garage out of survival, just to make sure I can feed my family, keep the lights on, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, here we are today. But very few people saw that in the beginning. And I was so lucky to have the neighbors I did. The neighbors that are immediately to our left, if you will, thank God they never complained because, boy, they should have. If you can imagine living in a city and your neighbor has a full sawmill in operation going. And then the gentleman that owned the woods behind me that lived down a little bit was still a neighbor. I was dumping all the logs on his woods, which I always felt bad, but he never complained once. We became close friends. And what was funny is their kids, when they were younger, would come to the back of our fence through their woods and come to the back of our fence to see the chickens. And they would actually go running back home to their mother, be like, yeah, we went down to the chicken man's house and we pet their chickens. And, of course, the mother's like, no, what do you mean you're going down to see some kind of strange guy that's a chicken man? Anyways, we became great friends. I haven't seen them in so long. They came here this morning to the shop to witness where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You did everything that you said you were going to do when we thought you were crazy. But to make it even better, their oldest daughter has started a daycare. I hope I said that right, preschool. Thank you. She corrected me. So a preschool at their home. So I love entrepreneurship. They're getting a chicken coop from us.
Oh,
so
very
that their students can learn chickens. Huh? Isn't that something? I just thought that was
is
cool.
great. What a great story.
All right, so here we go. Spring cleaning. What else is going on? So we'll get into the spring clean in a couple minutes. 50 people here. Again, we are live. Please share the show. Let us know if you have any questions.
Here's
if you
a
don't have any
question.
questions, say hi. Let us know where you're watching from.
Here's a question from Fisher Matt Ryan. What is the Sherwin-Williams paint called that you said that is water repellent?
Emerald.
Emerald.
Refresh.
Close. Close. You're so close. You're missing one word.
Rain refresh.
There we go.
Rain refresh.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Pretty
say it
good
again?
stuff. Emerald Rain Refresh.
Thank
So Emerald is going to be like their group of level of quality. So it's their Emerald line, and the Rain Refresh is the actual paint that. Okay, truth be told, I haven't seen it actually in action, but we have used it, and it's a great paint. I just haven't seen it actually do the repellent part. We definitely got to go back and do a follow-up on that.
Yeah, maybe we can try it here on our new yard coops.
So yeah, we're going to be selling the coops in the front. Actually, I just sold one. That's the coop they're getting. And we're going to be putting the next gen coops out. And am I allowed to make an official statement that as of June 1st, right?
Do you need to get muskratted right now?
I'm just waiting for it. That is when we said as a company, because that's what our lead time is right now.
we're gonna have the product sooner than that. I don't think there's gonna be a line in the sand. We're gonna have to have a little bit of flexibility in the transition period. So it's not gonna be
switching to the acre, the next gen coop.
It's not gonna be that cut and dry.
I hope it is, but yeah, I agree. It's not going to be.
No.
So people that have not ordered their coop yet, if you order it now, you will be getting the next gen coop. I've said to sales, I know it's going to be difficult for people that have already ordered their coop. I want to go back to them and give them that option, but I know that's going to cause some problems. But how has it been in the world of sales when we're talking to people about acre?
I haven't really been pushing it or not because I don't know who's going to get it.
Okay, well,
I'm not addressing it at this point, and it's only come up once or twice.
Interesting. Okay, well, I guess we'll talk about that.
Well, I don't
want
to sell something and then they not get it. Like, hey, we've got this great new product, and then they get their.
But they could get it.
We don't even have a manual for it yet.
Yeah. So I'm just talking to people.
Yeah, the manual's coming. All right. Questions. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, let us know. So today we're going to be talking about spring cleaning. Are we talking about spring cleaning the chicken coop?
I hope so, because I don't do much inside.
We did an awesome job, I think, last week cleaning out the chicken coop. If you guys didn't see it, we filmed it live, and we also filmed it so that you'll have a beautiful edited long format video. We cleaned out a year's worth of chicken droppings and industrial hemp bedding that was doing a great job composting. It was a year old, and we cleaned it out, still talking. You drive me nuts a little bit because you just like to drive me nuts in under 14 minutes.
Right. And that driving you nuts is on the behind the scenes version on YouTube. So that's nice. You get to see, the cuts and the side talk and me driving Matt crazy, which I do on camera here as well. I mean, that's what I'm here for. Right, Matt? Tap, tap, tap.
I wish we had done that in horizontal. On YouTube.
Oh, I know. I agree with you. It didn't occur to me until afterwards. I was like, why did? Because we didn't need to go vertical.
No.
I wasn't thinking. Let's do it again right now. Just kidding. I see there's some questions coming up about the Emerald Rain Refresh.
Yeah, so Amber asks if it's the same thing as a seal.
So if I understand that question correctly, the whole point to paint is to protect moisture from getting into the wood. Because if moisture gets into the wood, it will feed the wood destroying organisms. But as long as that wood stays dry and that there's a layer of defense that it can't get in there and it just kind of rolls off, that is a form of sealing. But I could be wrong. I'm so scared now, especially my YouTube chicken police, if I say the wrong word. So now I feel like I got to Google what does the word seal mean. But you are going to seal up that wood and protect it. So I hope that answers that question.
So it's a water repellent paint, which would act as a sealant.
Perfect.
That's what I would say. Richard Holmes.
Regarding the coop and the HDPE you guys put in your coops, how do you secure this to ensure you don't get any nasty things behind it, i.e. red mites from, what is that flag?
UK.
I'm kidding. Usually I would make this joke, but anyway, okay. Can't get your coops here. That's not true. Why can't you? Have we ever shipped to England?
We have not, no.
We've shipped to Europe many times now. Well, you absolutely can get a coop in England unless there's some weird law that they're still mad that we won the war and they don't want to get the coop now. I don't know what's going on there. So that is actually a very good question. And I've talked about this in the past. If you are designing and building your own chicken coop, my advice is eliminate layers. You're going to have some pockets. You can't avoid it 100%. Well, I suppose you could if you 3D printed one or made one out of metal. But either way, with normal construction, eliminate layers. And red mites, in this case, they can live anywhere. Mites are so small. Yes, the whole point is to try to make it so that they don't have any harborage area. It's impossible to avoid that. I would say if you want to prevent, if you think you have a high potential for red mites, you can treat cracks and crevices with a diatomaceous earth as a prevention. And we have videos where you can go back and watch that. But I would
the Electro PSP, I think, works on those too.
The Electro PSP, that's going to be a water formulation. Okay, so here's the problem with that. You're not wrong. That is a great contact kill. What we mean is if you spray it and it absorbs into, in this case, the mite, they're going to die. And it might have some residual properties.
I think it does.
The problem is it's going to penetrate into the wood. So if you are using an insecticide, This is why I want to do another podcast where unbiased bug guy. Okay, so you spray a piece of wood, right? Wood is very porous, and most insects are not into the wood. Okay, in this case, mites. They're on the outside surface. So we had to know what our target pest was. And there are actual formulations, even if it's mixed up with water, that are meant to suspend on the surface. The Elector, what'd you call it, LSP?
Elector PSP?
PSP. We would have to look that up and see if it's going to penetrate into the wood, because I think it's going to. And if it does, it's not going to do a real good job staying on the surface and act as a prevention. That's why I like dust.
Yeah,
dust
you're right.
is going to stay on the surface of the wood, even in the cracks and crevices, and have a really good residual life, but also be very repellent, which helps with the prevention. There are liquid formulations. One of my favorites, microencapsulated. If you can imagine all this little insecticide encapsulated in this little ball that suspends on the surface, that means it comes in contact, doesn't go into the wood, but more importantly, that encapsulation protects the insecticide so it's not repellent immediately. That means if you want the insect to ingest it or get it dermally, they don't know until it's too late.
Interesting.
Yes, microencapsulators are one of my favorites.
And to answer his question as well, we're not layering.
Thank you.
And that's really the answer that he wanted.
There's some layers. You can't avoid it.
Right.
But
we're not putting a sheet of plastic on top of a sheet of plywood.
Exactly. Just
or
like
linoleum
thank
or
you.
vinyl.
Exactly.
Because that's what you don't want to do.
It's the worst. And I see people do it all the time. Yes, I guess it sounds
I think
like
that's what he was asking.
Yeah, it sounds like it makes sense. You don't do that. Even like with our acre, we do the same thing with the high density with the new coop. The floor is the floor. It's open underneath and it's open on top.
Right.
End of story. If you have this as the floor and you put down linoleum,
then you have a layer.
You have a horrible layer, especially with linoleum.
More questions?
Yes, bring them in.
Bruce, go ahead. You can read.
Yeah, you take this one.
Hi, Bruce. Nice to hear from you. Are the purlins that you use on your coops load bearing? I want to hang some planters on a few. How much weight can they support?
Excellent question. So load bearing, there is no load bearing because it's not supporting a direct load upstairs like we would normally think of it, like a second floor wall. Mm-hmm. However, I can tell you could hang a swing that you can sit on off of those trusses. Now, the actual purlins that span between the trusses, if you were to hang you said a planter, without a problem. Let's do that. Christopher? Are you ready? We're going to do a video on this. Now, we have
Does Christopher have a mic yet?
Yes. He's he'll work on it.
Okay.
You should be like
Do
4 or
we
5.
have the clip of the chicken on the roof out in the shop?
You talking about Ethan?
Yes, that one.
So here's what we're going to do in social media. Let's find out on average. We've done a lot of videos. How many pounds does it take on average to break a truss? And you wouldn't believe it was like 600 to 700 pounds. We've had some trusses break at maybe 400 or 500 pounds, some that broke over 1,000 pounds. That is just nuts. But the truss is what's holding up the purlins, okay? And that's just meant to hold down the roofing because we screw the roofing to it. They're roughly just a little under 2 foot on center. It's dug first, so it's strong. Let's find out how many pounds it takes to break. Oh my, it's got to be a ton.
You mean inside the interlocking system?
Yeah. I mean, isn't that what he's asking?
How are we going to break that?
I don't know. I got to figure it out. And it'll be so much fun.
Right.
I would think if he's going to hang a planter, it might be on the
inside. Outside?
Yeah. So I was thinking
yeah.
You know how the eave comes out a little bit? And
the tails.
Right. I mean, that's where, because I don't know what you would hang a planter inside because it's not going to get enough light.
You're right. Yes, I don't think of those things. I don't grow plants. I want
like
to.
Jive Elephant's question.
Oh.
So, Bruce,
Jive,
I hope that answered your question. Give us a call if it did, and we'll absolutely help you out.
Yeah, Jive Elephant. Do any of you have tattoos of chickens?
May I share a quick story before anyone answers that?
It is your show.
So I hope Evan's still watching. One night in southern Alabama, we almost did. And our second time going back, I thought we were going to. Who puts a 24-hour tattoo parlor behind one of the naughtiest bars in America? Well, southern Alabama does. One night, I don't know how we avoided it. We were all going to get chicken tattoos. I kind of regret we didn't. So I definitely don't. Does anyone here? Oh, absolutely.
does.
I was going to see who can guess who has one. Nah, blew it away. Ingrid has a chicken tattoo. Ingrid has a beautiful chicken tattoo,
yeah,
actually.
she has amazing tattoos.
Thank you. Yes, I love my chicken tattoo.
Yeah.
It's kind of a folk art chicken.
I like those.
Yeah.
I'm actually very jealous of Ingrid's tattoos. One, that she is committed to go get them, because that's the first part. You got to commit to a decision of a design. Go sit in the chair. I want to get more tattoos, but I don't
I'm
know.
due for my. It's like all winter. I don't get.
Can we go together?
What, with the same artist?
Yeah, let's go together and get tattoos.
I don't know.
See, she just won't. No.
I'll go for moral support.
I mean,
I'll hold your hand, and I'll hold Ingrid's hand, and I'll talk you through it and make cookies.
I need to get one more on my leg, and those hurt more than the ones on my.
I will never get another
Christopher?
tattoo on my leg.
Christopher, do
They
you have
hurt.
a tattoo? No. Yeah, he. I don't have one either. So we've got 2 tattooed and 2 no tattoos.
Awesome. So we're coming
and
up.
1 chicken tattoo.
So we're already at 12:21. We're going to get into spring cleaning today. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. If not, just give us a wave. Say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. Please share the show. Oh, we didn't switch over to X. We actually got to go in and switch it if we didn't set it up. That might be what happened. So anyways.
What?
Nothing.
Because I did when I went to schedule the show, I chose X, and it was on there. So.
Oh, is anyone watching us from X, formerly known as Twitter? Let us know. We're trying to dial that in. LinkedIn, we should be ready to rock and roll on LinkedIn, right?
There's you have to have like a certain number.
I think we got that number.
And okay.
Also, before I forget, let me see if so results are in.
For what?
From last week's show. Do we remember the question we had from last week's show?
I don't remember last week.
Did we leave a question hanging?
Sort of. And I said, I'll let you guys know the answer when we get it.
Oh, yeah. How many days?
No.
That was the question. How many days that the hemp was in the coop?
I'm sure it's still here.
No, how many bales of hemp were in there?
No, I'm going to bring it up real quick. Are they gone? Let's see. I'm just going to bring up some pictures. No, that's definitely. Oh, did you bring up already a bunch of pictures?
Yeah, it should be.
Is this a hen or a rooster?
Oh, do we have a crow or an egg?
We have a result.
What is it?
We have a crow.
You were correct.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I'm not surprised. And yes,
Do I get a T-shirt or did I go over?
Really? How many t-shirts? The owner of this chicken did say, Matt, he is crowing.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, send me a video of it. I'd love to show it for today.
I knew it would resolve itself very quickly.
Yeah, you were right, and I'm not surprised. You definitely know your chickens.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
And someone else was right.
Ooh, this is really a difficult show for you.
And no, I'm happy. I love that you guys are right because I need you guys to be right. Someone was right.
I know what's happening.
And I know, and she was so right, down to every detail, calling out, no, you might get away with it once. Okay, no, you don't sound like
yeah,
that.
Really? Damn. God, I'm horrible. I don't smile. I have this annoying voice.
We're going to work on
but
it.
I'm covered in tattoos.
Ingrid was right. We got away with it.
Wait, I'm
shipping
sorry,
hemp
what was that again?
to Amazon FBA and going 2 inches over, and then it's been growing. It's been awesome. We had some more Amazon fulfillments, and apparently someone there is bored at the one in Oklahoma or wherever and measured it and caught us. And now we got to figure this out. So, yes, Ingrid, bravo. You were right. Yes, we are live on X. Thank you, Robert Garrett. Moving on.
I'm always just trying to be proactive.
Which is what I love about you.
And I try to stop problems before they happen.
That is business.
Thank you, Ingrid.
Yes.
I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you. That's all. I know you like to push the envelope all the time.
Hell yeah.
But, then there's the consequences. So, yes, we were on X. Okay, so I did good with that one too.
All right, so should we answer a couple more questions or get into spring cleaning?
Judy had she was starting to get started on our American Coop and using the timber oil and wondering how to caulk and how do I do this from inside the hen house.
You have any comments on this, Matthew?
Oh my gosh. I don't want to freak out Judy right now.
Why?
I'm not in love with our timber oil anymore. Now, I don't know which timber oil she's using. I for years have loved and used Australian timber oil made by Cabot. It's just not the same. It is not lasting like it used to. We're not going to use it anymore. We got to find a new product.
I think the issue, if I may guess, is the new formulations, even of the oil.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You are 100% correct. So
typically oil-based stains last a very, very long time and perform very, very well, but they're a pain to apply sometimes. And then there's been new regulations and state by state, and I believe that they've changed the formulation.
Absolutely.
Because we have seen the variation from state by state.
And it's not lasting nearly as long as it used to. I'm not saying it's still not worth using. I've seen it last years, and now you probably have to re-oil every year.
And then it's going to get dark.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous look.
I mean, it's going to get darker every time you re-oil it, right?
Well, you can sand it, lighten it up. That's the beauty of oil. How do you? Oh, you have no idea what people will do. But anyways, to get back to Judy's question, wondering how to caulk. Here's my opinion when it comes to if you're oiling a coop. I wouldn't caulk it.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't caulk it at all. Let that oil get down in there. I think caulking is going to not look as good with oil. You can hide it with a solid stain or paint. I wouldn't oil it. I wouldn't caulk it at all.
And any cracks, if you're concerned about cracks, air getting in the hen house, that's actually a good thing.
That's a good thing.
So we don't actually want to seal it up.
Yeah. Oh, I love all the questions.
It's not going to make a big difference.
Perfect.
One way or the other.
Best way to clean chicken butt, and why is it dirty?
Kristen.
Ingrid. I typically don't do it. I wait for the molt. I'm like, okay, I'm just not going to look. She'll get molt, get new feathers.
If it's super chunky, I will take a scissor and cut it.
And dry, yeah. And if it's chicks, it's a different thing, too.
Yes. So I'm talking about full-grown chicks that might have a little chunkiness there. I'll take a scissor and then...
I have done that. I have to admit, early on.
That's where my stomach turns. I just got nauseous.
But then we use those same scissors in the kitchen.
Okay, so then the other question is, if someone is going to clean it, so we're going to cut it.
Oh, I didn't even get a shiver out of him.
Soak the chicken to loosen it and wash it away.
You can.
I wouldn't soak it. Then you've got a wet poop situation.
I've done that.
If it's dried, I'll just cut it off.
I've done that. I've given them a little bath, but only in the summer, in the hot summer times, and not normal. Usually, I try to just do it with a little scissor.
Yeah, I think, and sometimes it's an indication of illness if it's really bad.
Yeah. So he also asked why. So yeah.
And I've noticed some just never have an issue, and I see Francine said lazy poopers. So
yes,
they do squat when they poop to expel it, and some of them just...
Question, I have the storm shields currently. How do you know when to take these off in the spring? I.e., okay, what is I.e.? Example?
Yes.
Okay, I.e. temp/last frost /certain date, question mark.
I have an answer, and I don't have an answer from
curious,
experience.
I am in North Dakota.
I was just eager to jump in. I would do it in stages. I wouldn't do all on and all off fall and spring. I would do it in stages.
I'll be honest with you. Boy, that's your second shirt. That's actually, I never thought about that. That actually makes sense. Okay, so let's talk about it. Which side would you take off first? And we're in the northern hemisphere. We're in North Dakota.
It depends on what wind you're blocking.
What's
if
the most
a prevailing wind? I don't know.
I would say the west and north side. Because that's going to be, if you have the luxury of living down south. You have no idea what a northern cold wind is like. It is awful. Okay. And also up north, wind means snowdrift. All right. And wind chill is what we got to really protect. But I do love that idea because we don't want to get it so warm, which can happen fast.
Yeah.
With storm shields. I love that idea. So I would say once it stops snowing, take them off. But you're right. Here's what also happens up north.
I would leave a few on. I mean, it's...
Oh, yeah. You always get that one last kick in the butt, especially in March up north. It's like, oh, my gosh. Come on now. Not a certain date. Frost, I don't worry about frost. It's the snow.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Take it off in sections at a time.
Yeah.
Great answer.
I've told
Great
some
question.
people in the moderate regions that go ahead and buy a full set, but you may not end up using a full set ever. Just depends.
I would. Oh my gosh. See, again, you're from the south. Up north, I love the full set.
Well, we went to go see that greenhouse, the prototype greenhouse, during the winter, and it had the same plastic on it. And in winter in North Carolina, it was over 100 degrees in there.
Okay.
So that's my concern.
That's different down south, but up north, it's a hot tub.
Right.
It's like
so that's why I would just proceed with caution. I mean, just keep an eye on it. Yeah, you'll use the whole set in the middle of the winter. But
Chopper Doll says, it's nice to see the company evolving. Can't wait to own one of the new and improved chicken coops. Thank you. Yes, we're going to get through it. We're going to look back on it and be like, yeah, once again.
I love it. I would do it in a minute.
Yeah, there's still some people that are hesitant about the acre. It is without a doubt. I
think it looks good too.
It actually does.
I like a natural look.
I think it looks great too.
Okay, questions. Or you want to get into spring cleaning?
Sure.
I thought I had one more thing I had to get off. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Before we forget, didn't we get gifts from a customer, a viewer?
Yes.
I'm still waiting on mine. This was Mike Trapp, right?
Yes. Mike's wife, Holly, made these.
Is Mike watching? Oh, there's mine. Thank you, finally. Is Mike watching?
Yes. He's right here.
Dude, so...
a little Tabasco
with
put hot sauce, a little sombrero, and a sword and a hat. It's just so.
That's this is awesome.
And Mike also had made a point of asking me exactly how many employees we had, so everybody got it.
Yeah, we
so
really
thoughtful
appreciate it. Thank you.
You know, we're here in front of your faces and stuff, or behind the scenes a little bit, but then there's the whole crew.
They love this
everybody.
stuff. They
So
loved it.
Showing that you appreciated everybody really meant the world.
Yes, thank you so much.
So thank you, Holly and Mike, for that.
It looks like a lot of work. I admire the skill greatly.
My grandmother would sit and crochet all day. She absolutely loved it. I couldn't imagine, but it is.
Did you learn from her?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh God. Oh, I learned so much from.
I
my
love how
grandmother.
they did the shape of the hat
and the
I
sword.
know. It's I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. So thank you, Mike and Holly, very much.
Yeah, Colorado's definitely getting snow right now. We're gonna be teaming up, doing a collaboration. He's just outside of Denver, and I've been waiting on kind of checking the weather. And of course, I checked this morning; they're getting snow. I'm like, oh no, we got a couple more months to go.
So, Backyard Shed Treasure said we just got a foot of snow last week. So she can still get snow in May, the one with the storm shields.
Yeah, that's
so maybe take the top. Can you take part?
No, they're full panels.
Yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Just keep an eye on the temperature in there. I mean, when you have spring days that are really sunny.
Yeah.
That's
you don't want that heat. No.
Yeah, not too much.
Okay. So,
all right. Finally, the show is building. If you're just joining us, we are live March 15th, 2024. Go ahead and take your.
Yeah, I think the show did really well last week too. I mean, it always does well when we have guests. When we're a little crazy, you know, if we have animals pooping on Matt, that seems to be a crowd favorite.
Yes,
Matt gagging at food. Oh, by the way, is someone going to cook up my egg for me?
So I did want to tell you.
And the
Okay, so she's going to say
egg?
Cracker Muncher. Okay, so next week she'll bring Cracker Muncher on. Let's see if that makes a difference. I went to show my old neighbors about the coop, and I was telling them because they're running a preschool to do an incubator. I showed the one we're doing. I showed them how to candle it. When the first one I pull is that one that's a dud, and I said that's the one that Kristen's going to try to eat. And someone, I think it was Francine or someone said, "Oh my God, that was so funny when Matt said if you get sick, is that going to go under workman's comp?" There's no. All right, so all right, someone asked when are they going to hatch? All right, so
next week.
All right, we're on day 14. So next week on day 21, they're going to hatch, hopefully. And you mentioned that's your mother's birthday, and you're going to go see her. Are you going to be here next week for the show?
Uh-huh.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're willing to make that commitment for everyone out there?
Yes.
Well, thank you. You should have your mother come up here so we can play cards.
No, Kelly's coming.
Have Kelly come. Okay. All right, moving on. Thanks for the info on the timber oil. Is there a benefit of caulking the inside to prevent hiding spots for red mites? Okay, I had a feeling that's what she was saying. Here's what I'm going to say to that. Believe it or not, when I was an exterminator, and we had,
That used to be an exterminator.
Thank you. I was a bug guy, and we had to go into all these commercial kitchens. They told us what we need to do is go around these kitchens and constantly seal all cracks and crevices. Now, I want you to picture a commercial kitchen, and you're going to go around and caulk everything so that a cockroach, in this case, cannot hide in a crack and crevice because they love it. They have phygmotaxis, I think it was called, where they want to feel pressure on both sides. And I hated that. I said, why would I do that? Why would I want to make my job harder? Because you know what happens with caulk? It doesn't last. People that clean commercial kitchens, they go in and they blast everything. You got all the cleaners. They're going to break it down. And then it stopped me from being able to really easily hit cracks and crevices with a dust. Now, I know we're not talking about a commercial kitchen. We're talking about inside a chicken coop. I don't think it's worth it. I really don't. In theory, you're not wrong. If you really feel you got a really good silicone caulk and you can caulk everything, you're going to stop the mites from going in there, and it never pulls apart.
I have an idea, though.
Hold on. Sure, it could work. I think you're actually making more cracks and crevices by trying to eliminate a crack or crevice. Go ahead.
I'm with you on that mostly, but it might be beneficial in the egg hutch. There's not a big concern. I don't think the deep litter bed or the rest of the chicken coop is attractive to mites.
It depends on what species.
I think the egg hutch is when I did my spring cleaning recently, which I only did it halfway. But I did put some First Saturday lime in the egg hutch. I didn't even bother with the deep litter bed. I'm not really concerned about that. I haven't seen that be an issue. But I did go ahead and preventive.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because they're sitting in there.
Yeah.
And you got straw. And you got they're sitting there for extended periods of time, so the host animal is in there, and whereas
and that's where
there's
the wood comes together.
It is a good
smaller
practice
space.
for prevention.
Yeah,
I'm still kind of like, whatever.
Preventative.
And then if they take a dust bath, if they get some, they just know what to do. I just don't want people to be scared of having chickens.
I wouldn't caulk.
Right. Yeah, no, I think we're all overthinking it, and to think that a backyard animal is not going to have some kind of bugs on it is just kind of.
That's true.
That's I mean that's what Dr. Crespo said to me. She had picked up one of my chickens and said that she had some, I don't know, mites on its butt, and I said, "Oh, is that bad?" She's like, "They're outdoor animals. It's fine." You know what I mean?
Exactly. Thank you.
It's like that's what happens. Like she pointed it out. It wasn't like an infestation,
right?
But she just said, I said, "It's just should I do something?" She's like, "They're outdoor animals. They're they're going to get pests on them."
Oh, those pests are just passing by.
Yeah.
But this is why I love Dr. Crespo, because she's right. She's very realistic.
Yeah.
It's you need to treat or do something if then it's gotten so bad, and that's how I define an infestation, that it's going to cause harm and or decrease in what you're trying to do. Now, again, as a bug guy, that was always financial or a risk of losing a customer. In this case, losing an animal, slowing down egg production, things like that. But it is common. That's what we forget, and that's why they take a dust bath.
Right. They're doing their little jobs, and then I like the First Saturday lime or the food grade diatomaceous earth, just to put it, dust it in when you clean out the hen houses. I mean the egg hutches every once in a while is very good.
Elizabeth says, my girls refuse dust baths. Can I do something to make them want to do it? I've never heard of that.
They might be doing it on the sly.
Yeah,
I would be.
They might. Yeah, they might not be. If you have a special one for them, they might not be using it. But I guarantee you, they're digging holes.
They might be cheating on your dust bath.
Yeah, exactly. Do I watch our chickens dust bathe? I mean, they free range, so they're gonna go find it right next to where we take break, right on the bank by the trees in the sun, and we got to get some good videos of it if we haven't already.
There are.
It is cute.
Yeah.
Cheating dust bath.
Yeah, and she did. Elizabeth just added they get in the dirt that they prefer.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, they love it. Like in the run, they love to do dust baths in the run because it's so dry.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's so even though I have dust bath area for them, they're always like they've dug many holes. Yeah, so she just said, I make a nice one, they ignore it, and they go into the tilled soil.
Yeah, just let them go do what they want.
Yeah, and if they have a specific spot that they like, bring your dust bath items to their spot.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I have some pulling feathers out on their hiney. Why? So pulling their own feathers out.
At some point, maybe I don't know. Can they pull their own out?
Well, here's what I do know. A lot of pet birds, like parrots, will pull their own feathers out, especially when they get bored.
Yeah.
I have seen with chickens pull other chickens' feathers out, I guess for fighting. And then I've seen chickens eat feathers that have already fallen on the ground, and that was a sign of lack of
protein usually.
Yeah.
I think so.
They don't look tasty.
I'm so nauseous. I've never seen
Just
chickens.
from the bug guy gets nauseous talking about
if
chicken
they're
feathers.
pulling their own feathers out, I guess it could be possible. I've just never seen it.
It's typically overcrowding. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but some sort of issue with nutrition or crowding or boredom. It's not normal, and
yeah,
and it
Stress,
can
too.
be stress. It can be a habit. I mean, you could have fixed whatever it is that made them start it, and now they're like, I kind of like feathers.
This is where
then you got a habit you need to break.
Christopher, I have a project for you. This is where we got to just get this done. You know what I'm about to do. This is when we need to have an emergency call right here, pick up the phone, and get Dr. Crespo on. Right? We got to figure that
Or
out.
Dr. Lori Hess.
Exactly. I bet one of them would absolutely do it. I think that would be so much fun. Like do it like once in a blue moon.
Do you have speed dial on that phone?
Well,
I wonder how many kids. I have to ask my kids if they know how to dial. Could you imagine? They have no clue.
I know.
Hey,
I've already
Christopher,
tested
do
our
you
kids.
do you want to take the book and look it up?
Oh, the feather thing?
Yeah.
Or
Feather-
just do what I do now on
feather
everything.
Eating, plucking.
Just do it. AI it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting so addicted to it. All right.
I'm sorry, Nan. What was that?
Oh yeah. What did she?
What'd you say?
Do we have her on speed dial?
Oh. Well, the phone isn't plugged in.
I have her number.
Do the chickens prefer warm or cool dirt for dust bathing?
Cool. I would think, but I or they don't have a preference.
Yeah, I don't think
Definitely don't warm up or cool off your dirt.
It's just dry.
I know a
Yeah,
lot of times.
definitely dry.
I know a lot of
Loose.
times they'll go down where it's cooler and they can help kind of
Yeah. In the
regulate the
summer.
temperature in the summer.
They do it year round. They don't seem to care.
My chickens love to dust bathe. I'm trying to think if I ever seen anything different. Always in the sun. But a lot of times they'll do it underneath a hen house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know.
There is a sun bath that's different than a dirt bath.
Yes.
If any of the listeners have an answer to that or some thoughts, please let us know. I never thought about that. I'm going to say they would. I don't know.
So Elderberry said that with the chicken, she said she built another coop and separated the breeds, and they're still like picking out feathers.
It could be a habit.
Yeah. It's so hard sometimes to know because, like Kristen says, they always break the rules. So you think there's like XYZ that something happens, and then there's always that one chicken that's like, I don't know why they're doing that.
Oh yeah, yeah. You could do everything right, and you still have just a rogue chicken that wants to live by her own rules.
All right, listen, we're supposed to get into spring cleaning. We're already 43 minutes into the show, and I got to make sure. I told Christopher, I said, we're not going to skip this anymore. I don't know if we can bring it up behind the scenes and then share the screen. Some of these comments coming in, give me a break.
What comments where?
YouTube Chicken Police?
YouTube Chicken Police on YouTube. And also, I want to give a shout out to Living Today 617. She says, for those thinking of buying a coop, go one size bigger. Okay, we're not paying her to upsell you guys, but I think she understood the importance of the size of the coop is everything. And she just has a great comment in there, and I just want to thank her so much for that. And I love all the compliments for all the people saying thank you for all that you do. Here's one. These windows, talking about our pre-hung windows, are $400 and some. Okay, you can buy
Shipping included.
You can buy a nice rollout canal window. What is a canal window? For half that. I can make one for $150, counting the plexiglass. Okay, yeah, you can make a lot of things and save some money, but the benefit to our pre-hung windows that are very time-consuming, extremely well-made, fully functional, predator-proof, all that good stuff, not with plexiglass, because plexiglass is cheap. We use polycarbonate, so Mr. Trade 6166, I don't know your point there. I mean, come on. A lot of people could build their own coop, and I love when people are also like, "Yeah, Matt, we would have just saved money if we would have just bought one of your coops."
And like you said, there's nobody selling windows. I think from like the past 10 years, you've always said people always asked if you could buy your windows because nobody was selling chicken coop windows.
Farriers Ford QH9W. Who comes up with these names? If the owner of Carolina Coops died, would they both die and never happen again? I don't understand this question.
I don't know. I don't know why you're reading it.
Oh.
Why am I
Would
reading
they
it? Because I didn't
both
understand
die?
it.
It doesn't make sense,
You mean
though.
the company? You and the company?
Oh. If the owner of Carolina Coops dies, me, would they both die? Would Carolina Coops die? Have we talked about this on the radio?
No.
So, good. Because let's talk about it so everyone can hear it from me. And I need to get this in writing. Should anything happen to me, which is a high probability, the amount of pesticides I've taken in, my times on the Harley, if anything happens to me, the business is to go on. Non will shut the doors and not even look back.
I'm so tired.
We are tired. You know, I don't blame her, but that's not fair. That's not fair to all you guys. It's not fair to our employees. It's not fair to our customers. Running a business, I mean, it is what it is. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love it.
I would trade it for sitting on the beach somewhere.
Something happens to me, the business goes. I need to get it in writing. The business.
You need to find somebody else.
The business needs to go on. Yeah, we need a CFO. We need a QuickBooks expert. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there, Non. Not if
There's
anything.
other software that can do that.
You just gotta, don't you?
Chopper Doll says, whoever said that about the windows has no idea how much it costs to run a business with employees.
And the fact that these windows are handcrafted, if you look at the detail in these windows, it is very impressive. Also, it's hard to make a household window into a chicken coop window because of the swing of the window, and you've got to back it with wire, and then it doesn't shut properly. There's a lot of, and then you can't have it open on the inside because the chickens perch on it.
Oh, you're just trying to get T-shirts today, but you are hitting it. Yes.
Yeah. So it's a lot harder than you think. And also considering and building on your comment about dying, I'm doing a little bit of estate planning myself, and I think I've already said that I'm going to be cremated, and I wonder if I should be incorporated into deep litter.
I think that's appropriate.
Isn't that would be like the best way out?
I think if anyone should, you should be in your 6-year-old deep
I don't
litter.
like this conversation. No, I don't want to think about it.
Elizabeth asks if she can buy some new and improved metal dowels for my windows. Yes.
Yes,
and
we
if
sell
you're-
them. Yes, they're on the website, right?
They're on the website, and if you're coming to pick up stuff today, you can pick those up as well.
Oh, Ben says, "Who gets Cracker Muncher?" Cracker Muncher
gosh.
stays with the estate.
Yes, the metal dowels are awesome. Yeah, they are for sale. I'm sorry, I didn't listen to what you're saying. I was trying to turn the radio down, but they are on the website.
They're on the website,
Perfect.
and if Elizabeth is coming here today to pick up something, she can pick those up as well. Just mention it when you're here. If not, you can, if you want me to pick up some for you. I have a bunch at my house if you want to come swing by.
Yeah.
'Cause I know she's in Raleigh. So.
And thank you guys. I'm so glad you guys get it because I tell you, I am so proud of this business and I'm so proud of our team. The costs are just astronomical, but I wish everyone got it, but I guess that's never going to happen. And what we do to just try to make it so that people get into this backyard chicken movement and selling the accessories. I'm so thankful how popular it's been so people can continue to, even if they're going to build their own coops, learn from the things we share with you. And but if you don't want to build an egg hutch, you don't want the rope wrap roost bars. There's like, 8,000 feet on one bar. We sell them, and it's so much easier for you just to incorporate them so that your chickens are very, very happy.
And Don says even if he could make a window for under $200, what would he sell it for?
Exactly. That's what I mean. See, that's what people don't get. You have no clue.
Shipping is included.
I know. Oh, Muskrat, do I dare?
I'm just
Don't
saying
you
on
dare.
the windows that their shipping is included.
Yeah, so that is a good point that the shipping is included on those windows. So
No, not yet.
Stop it.
So about spring cleaning.
Your favorite subject. All right, let's do it. Yeah, at 10 minutes to 1.
Well, it's just should you clean? What should you clean?
Okay.
Is this a good time to clean stuff? I think it is. If you didn't already do your deep litter, I do it sometimes in the fall, but I didn't. If you want to do it in the spring like we did last week, it's a great time to do that. But some people had also talked about, actually, let me show the picture.
And all these other questions, we'll keep the questions coming in. We'll get back to them. All these are great questions. That reminds me, we need to do our damn book.
Oh, yeah.
What do we got to do a book? Honestly, I want to walk in and see our book on the shelf, because then we can I want to call it The Art of Chicken Coop Building, and explain what I would do and why. But take it from there. You know what I mean?
So, why isn't this going on? Okay, this is Kristen's deep litter after 6 years.
6 years.
Which I said I would pay such good money for that stuff in the middle there. That
like, it doesn't even resemble hemp anymore.
No, it's just it's high powered dirt for my garden.
What goes on? Do you have, okay? All right. So
just imagine her ashes there.
Hold on a minute. I recognize this coop. This is the old cottage coop.
Yes.
This is a coop Nan and I built way back in the day, probably 2000. I'm going to say 2009, 2010. Still a great chicken coop. And I remember you calling me like, how in the hell do you remove the deep litter door? We used to work so hard that, did you ever find the custom-made bolts underneath?
Pictures of them. Mm-hmm.
So this is 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hold on real quick. What is that? 2018?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It could have been longer, actually.
I bet you it was, because 2008.
I don't think I ever cleaned it out. It showed up in my house around.
I think it's about 8 years old.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
definitely
amazing.
2016 or 17.
Was it delivered with the poop still in it from the previous owner?
I bet you it was.
It may have.
All right, hold on a minute.
Because there was a trade-in.
All right, I'm going to change the picture.
What? And so there's the FRP. Look at the trim we used to hand make for the edging of the FRP.
I love this picture. This is after she cleaned it out.
Yeah, can you zoom out a little bit?
Can I?
Yes, absolutely. No, here.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. Let's get this back. There's the OCD in me, I guess. I didn't know OCD was real. Okay. Well, that's not. Okay. Okay, so you cleaned it out. That is FRP, fiber reinforced plastic. And wow. So how was it cleaning it out?
It took the nesting boxes took the longest time.
Pulling sweeping motion.
And actually there was stuff buried in that deep litter. Like several years ago I had chicks, and there was like a little ladder makeshift stuff in there. I don't know. There was some things left in there, and they just got covered up. So it did take a little, and it was like
the egg hutch.
Oh yeah, see, and I'd use a stick to
Look.
prop that open.
Oh my gosh. Nan, I hope you're seeing this. Doesn't this bring back memories?
And they
Look how old.
we had to chisel out a bunch of stuff out of the nesting boxes.
I remember, I want to say this might have been my first egg hutch I ever built. And of course I did what I saw everyone else doing.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I'll just hinge the roof. And I'll never forget having to make those little blocks, because I had to put the hinges there. So I need wood there. And I actually ripped them so it was the exact profile of the metal roofing. You got to put a stick there. We just got done with our 2 days of OSHA training. Boy, I see so many accidents here. Yeah, you got to put a stick in there. What's she doing?
There was those nesting boxes are so deep. I had no idea how deep they were, because it would just be layers. It was deep litter nesting in there. I'll tell you that. And it had gotten pretty hard.
Okay, so springtime.
And then dusting.
Oh my gosh, look at the old.
And Elizabeth asked if you should get rid of the spider webs in the inside of the coop.
Yeah, so, spring cleaning.
No, you don't have to, but I guess if you want to.
So you can dust. You can take out the...
Wow.
I mean,
look at
I
the
wouldn't
OSB
really bother
for
dusting,
the gussets, making the trusses,
but
the old 1x2 purlins, not even notched, screening in between all the rafters.
He's just like looking at his old coop.
Yeah, actually, I've got more pictures. I didn't know it was going to be a walk back in time, but you can come visit anytime. But I'll even trade. That was a trade-in.
Yes,
I'll trade you.
I haven't told Nan this. You made a suggestion of us trading that coupon back in, and maybe swapping it out with another coop we have that would be a benefit to you. Yeah, we can talk about it.
That is essentially a penthouse. It's a hen house only. There is
That was
definitely
the cottage
yeah,
coop. Thank you.
right, but just today's terms. And I would really benefit from a run.
So you had mentioned last week, Matt, about cleaning the windows and being able to take off the polycarbonate. How easy is it to unscrew it and put it back in? Like, how many times should you do that? Does that affect the hole at all if you keep...
No. All right, listen, you don't have to do it. But if you have that luxury in life, and God bless you, if you're that worried about your windows, yeah, that's the beauty of our system. You can unscrew them, wipe them down, screw them back in. Don't strip it out. If you strip out the hole, then yeah, you're going to have to do the toothpick trick. But it's not necessary, is my whole opinion. Now, have we seen...
But you do get that, like, in between. Sometimes it gets a little, like, it looks like, I guess, mildew or whatever in between.
Yeah, there is definitely a greenhouse effect that happens underneath, potentially. Yeah, you can just unscrew them, clean them. Let's do a video on it. See, I hope, Christopher, I hope you're making notes here. Let's go out and do a video. Okay, how we're going to clean our windows. And then don't put the screws in with an impact. Use a regular screw gun with a clutch. You shouldn't have to. Oh, this is a good point. No, you will because of the gate latches. We'll do a video on it, but you don't have to.
Yeah, but people...
Or just buy new ones. We have so many of those in stock. If you want to swap them out with new ones, crystal clear, we got them.
Oh, sure. Yeah, and it's just different things that you can do. You can, like I said, Francine had asked about repainting the coop, and I told her to, because hers is white, and I told her to just clean it, and it would make a big difference, and not to bother with it. So I use the Castile soap, which is very mild with water, and I just use that to just clean it.
You are so right. Okay, I want you guys to picture this. You got four guys. You got 4 guys on site, right? Assembling a chicken coop, and it's under the property's under construction, and there's dust everywhere, and there's dirt, and you got 3 guys handling stuff. You got another guy going around caulking and painting, right? And for the longest time, when we did this, Sean would go around and just keep painting everywhere, and he's like, "Come on,
he's
come
a good painter.
Amazing." And what he realized finally, he goes, "Why am I painting? I'm just going to clean it." So now he keeps a thing of wipes with him. I think baby wipes or disinfectant wipes. He kept going around just wiping it, and it was like brand new. I was like, oh my gosh, why did it take us so long to figure this out? So I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, and she did that, and it made a big difference. She was like, "Oh, thanks for the tip," because
it's going to save you so much money, too.
Yeah, and because you have this beautiful coop. I know the hardware cloth gets real dusty, so sometimes I don't want to hose everything down there.
Use a leaf blower. Then.
What about a little brush? A little wire brush-ish?
Do the
Not
same.
Really wire, but
I use the water, the same thing, like a rag with water, and it just get that dust off, and it's nice and black, and it looks beautiful.
Okay, so it just happens to be the new PVC coating is just like the rain refresh. When it rains, the dirt's just going to wash away. Isn't that good? I just came up with that. That's freaking brilliant.
But it does. That's all you have to. I mean, but no, the PVC is like all you have to
that
do
would
is
make
wipe
sense.
it down, and then it's black again instead of.
Okay, so the half-inch hardware cloth. I don't have a sample somewhere. You didn't know that just washing the dirt comes right off.
It does.
Yeah, it's got a lot of spaces, so dust does get trapped in it or something.
So you know how it's invisible because it's black, right?
Right.
But once the dust gets all on it, it's not invisible because now it's brown. So I'm just saying.
Elizabeth said, "How many eggs did you find in that deep litter? That deep litter."
Did you find any in there hidden?
I did, and and we found some last week.
Yeah,
it's a tradition when you find the old eggs to throw them and see if they explode.
Ours didn't, which I was shocked. Question: when I clean out the back of my coop, how long do you let the contents sit before you can plant things in it?
I would say a month.
Yeah, we get this question all the time. So they're basically asking, okay, I got raw manure potentially, or you get to the bottom, it's already been composted, I guess it's ready to go.
I don't know. Ingrid, what do you think? I think we talked about
this
last
you're not
week.
really planting directly in it, but if you want to add to your garden, I mean, if you're going to plant directly in it, you want it to look like what Kristen's looked like after 6 to 8 years. But I mean, if you're gonna mix the kind of stuff or put it on top of a garden, I mean, the top stuff with the very The newest poop is the stuff that has the most nitrogen in it. The other stuff is broken down. So it can, you can put it like Matt said around your trees and your hedges and shrubs and stuff like that, or a bed that you're not planting like little seedlings in.
Yeah.
Young plants are not going to, you don't want to burn them because of the nitrogen load on that.
Yeah. And the funny thing is when I took that really old deep litter out, it was dirt. It was completely dirt. I put it in a garden bed, and then the chickens went over there to take their dust baths in it.
Oh, sure.
Nan C. That's kind of funny. Sir, sorry I got here late. Well, welcome to the party. We are live. Don't know if this question was asked, but I do deep litter method. Can I clean it out now and put it right in my garden? I'm in we're talking about that.
I'm just looking at you
Sorry.
like, what are you?
I don't listen to what you guys say.
It is a good time of year to do these refreshes.
Yeah.
Clean out the deep litter, take down the spider webs, wash it off the Castile soap.
Yeah, so and I agree with Heidi. I want to say I've always heard about the 90-day rule.
And scrape the roost bars. You don't need to do anything more than that.
Yeah, I mean, you could, yes, is it better to wait? But I'm just saying you put it in a bed that you're not planting in right away.
Right.
So it depends on what kind of garden. Like, I wouldn't take all that stuff and throw it right into a bed and then immediately plant in it.
We need to do another video on this.
And then, of course, if you really should take a sample of your garden bed soil and get it tested, because there's all sorts of components that you can replace, like nitrogen, phosphorus, and deep litter bedding may not be exactly the mix that you need.
Right. We're also fortunate because you can do that here, like, pretty much for free.
Right.
The soil testing.
So I just wanted to mention, too, if you guys watched last week, and I made mention of it, and we never got pictures. I wish we would have. We dumped the deep litter off to the side and had a big pile. I kid you not, but I think we left 6 o'clock that night. It was flat.
Oh, really?
It was
I had
so
a picture
flat.
of the chickens on it.
I couldn't believe it. They had it. Definitely.
They did not disappoint.
No, they are great landscapers. All right, so we're talking, spring cleaning. Okay, do your deep, is it best to do your deep litter, start off fresh again in the springtime?
I think so.
Okay. Clean up the windows, hose off the hardware cloth.
Or wipe it down.
It down. Here's the thing, though, I want to say. There's really nothing you really have to do except for your deep litter.
This is for your benefit. This isn't really for the chicken's benefit.
Exactly.
Thank you. Yeah. That's a good point.
Although I do like to freshen out the nest boxes, and that can benefit the chickens because you can put like the diatomaceous earth or the first Saturday lime in there. But I do like to do that. But I do that like probably quarterly anyway.
I do as well.
The other thing I would do is it's a great time. We don't talk about it enough. We got to do more. The healthy straw. Especially in the run area. That stuff is awesome.
Yeah, I'm using that with my chicks right now.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm on the fence if we're going to keep selling it. And it's not because of anything's wrong with the product. I love it. Absolutely love the product. We don't have room for it. We are so full here in this building that we really got to look for a bigger building or expand. The healthy straw is an amazing product. It would crush me not to sell it. But
I love it.
I don't know. The healthy straw is awesome for the run area, not for the nesting boxes, just to be clear there.
It's also great. Like, I have the outside area, and when you get a lot of rain or something, if I don't want to throw wood chips on it, I don't have wood chips, throwing down the healthy straw just absorbs it and keeps it nice and dry so you don't get that, like, muddy chicken area.
Is there going to be a tour de coop? What is going on with that?
Yeah.
We talk a big game. We never do
Elizabeth and I have talked about it.
Oh, you're going to do it?
She's in downtown Raleigh, yeah. And you're going to be the sponsor.
Is that the same as what we were talking about?
I don't know.
Because basically, it's up for taking, right? To be the full sponsor, right? And go out and get other sponsors. I miss it. We need to.
I think we should just do it
the way how it started.
Started real small.
Yep.
And, limit it to like 10 to 15 coops for the first year. Maybe not charge or a nominal fee if you want to do t-shirts. I don't know. But I mean, I think I was even thinking of like not even charging for it and just getting people to just get excited about it again.
Absolutely. Because that was a great thing. And then I feel like it got weird. It got big.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, there's other things included, which is not bad, but I don't know. Then there was the night before party carnival, and But if you guys don't know what we're talking about, and a lot of cities do this, and I would love to do it again in Raleigh. And Durham does it in the fall time. But Tour de Coop was awesome. You donate food, right? And they give you a map, and you go around and see these coops in people's backyards. And the reason why I love it is if you are thinking about getting into chickens, that is the best thing to do, no matter what. Talk to people that have chickens in their backyard. Doesn't mean they're doing it right, but ask questions, observe, and listen to those common denominators. And, of course, we had our customers on the tour, and we just had so much fun with it.
I mean, I love doing it. A lot of people thought it was a lot because they did a lot of prep for it and tried to clean out their coop and everything and make their garden look really pretty and everything. There's a lot of the people at gardens. The problem is that you do need some time to vet people out because you want to have a good representation of chicken keeping. So that's why I would keep it down to like 10 coops maybe to start that we could go, Kristen and I can go around and vet out. The other thing would be that, like ideally for me, it's like the middle of June is when my garden looks the best, but that's also so hot. So you don't want to do it when it's super hot either. So, I mean, they always did it before at the end of May, but I still think you can, so we need some time. So Kristen and I were talking about it as well. So maybe.
Hold on. So there's some interesting points. So people have said, yes, love the Tour de Coop, missed the Tour de Coop. Do you want to be on the grid as chicken keepers? Yes, a lot of great questions. Are we being serious talking about it again?
Oh, yeah. Ingrid and I talked about it.
Why? When you're going to talk to me about it?
We talked about it last week or something.
I'm a little concerned
days
because
ago.
Lori Hess is very concerned about avian flu. And she said that they've even got a bobcat that tested positive, so it's going to mammals. So there is the concern about the biosecurity of visiting other people's coops that we would present when like people are coming to your coop and they've been to another coop. So there is that risk. So I mean, it's something to be concerned about, but it's just we've been talking about it because it's just such a great, it's so fun. I loved it.
All right, I guess we can talk about it after the show. I thought avian flu was not supposed to be transmitted to mammals.
I know that's what it wasn't, but now Lori said that's what she told me on a conference thing I had with Chewy.
I'm telling you, they want to stop people from having chickens. It is absolutely coming. It is here. It is going to happen. You're seeing it. They're dropping stuff out of the sky. It's getting into the chickens. They got to shut it all down so they control your food. It's just that simple. Okay, that's funny. It's not funny because it is real. It is real. You guys think I'm crazy. I'm telling you, it's coming. Wow, you guys are no fun. Christopher's laughing.
I'm not even commenting on
Why?
that.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's absolutely going to happen. Control the media.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have any chickens.
Whatever. Botthole, what do you think of the Shinsho, a Japanese technique of burning the wood and oiling to finish? Have you ever finished a coop using it? Great question. I never heard of it. Shinsho.
It's Shoshugiban.
Shoshugiban. And I absolutely love it because the way it works is you have to understand wood, and it looks beautiful if it's done right, but it was actually originally to prevent their homes from burning down. Because when you Shoshugiban, you burn the outside of that wood. If you ever had a campfire, you've noticed it. The wood goes up in a really high flame right away because you're burning off the sugars. Then as that fire continues, the wood slows down and it's burning, and it's not as it's not as large of a flame. I'm sure it's probably hotter because you got all the coals. But when you Shoshugi it and you burn off the outside sugars of the wood and then put it out, it gives you a beautiful look, and you can wire brush it and oil it. But the point is,
you don't need to oil it though.
No, you don't. But you could, but you definitely don't need to. If you never wanted your coop to burn down, it's not that it couldn't catch on fire again. It would be that much harder for it to catch on fire because those sugars are gone.
Yeah, and it protects the wood. It really brings out the grain. Ingrid, you did it, right?
I did it
for your ladder.
I did it for my ladder, and Matt Ryan did it on his ladder and his roost bars. And Jennifer Storm, who usually watches the show, they did their copycat coop, but they did their whole coop with that.
Yeah.
So we haven't done it, but somebody did a Carolina coop copycat, and then showed us that and did the method, and we showed it on one of the shows too.
See, I'm glad I'm not the only one. See, you guys are so scared. You know it's
scared.
real.
Don't tell me how I
it's
am.
real. See, everyone agrees. See, I'm not the only one. You guys sit here and make it sound like I'm the crazy one. Hold on. For log cabins, you burn the bottom logs to protect them from rot as well. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that could help with insects such as mites and such. Yes.
It does.
I agree with Matt, too. I'm in Matt's camp. We need to self-sufficient. Yes. Hemp is also fireproof and insect resistant.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Hold
Have
on.
we ever lit hemp on fire?
All right, give me, here we go. Roll it up. No. Who's got a lighter? Let's do it. Who's got a lighter? Now,
So
this
Nadine
is,
said-
hold on. This is Kristen's favorite. This is not a good choice. No, there's no way, dude. This is going to be beautiful tinder.
Actually, where did that come from?
Who knows?
That's probably some sample.
I think that's from the nesting material. I just felt it.
Nadine says, being in Seattle, there's a lot of rain up here, and Shoshugi Band helps with protecting against rot.
All right, someone listening out in the office, please do me a favor. Go get me some hemp. The stuff we sell. Give me something that I can set it on fire with. There's a smoke detector in here. A fire marshal's gonna be here. I know it. And then of course I need a lighter. So do I have any smokers here today? I don't have any smokers on Fridays, do I? Anyways, why are you guys being so quiet? We're gonna see.
I'm not a smoker.
I want to see. I mean, the rule is everything burns, but some things it takes a little bit more for it to burn.
Are you really gonna burn it on the desk?
So hold on. Where did it go? He said that it's fire.
I'm trying to get to these questions.
We're gonna get to it. We're on a roll.
This is a good question.
I love good questions. We're gonna get to it. Hold on.
All right, fine.
So no, what,
I'm not doing anything. You're doing it.
Where's my mouse?
Oh my god!
I want to get in on this.
Where was it? He said
it was Karsten. So first of all,
hemp is also fireproof and insect resistant. Okay, so I don't know if I agree with that.
Fireproof.
There's
is the
nothing.
statement, yeah.
And there's nothing that's technically fire. I mean, rocks will burn. Maybe fire resistant. I can see that. And insect resistant. Here's the other thing. We talked about that with the acre. How this is insect proof, but this is has a certain level rating that it's very fire resistant. So let's see what happens with hemp. I find that interesting. Okay, so James Sullivan. What bedding do you recommend for nest boxes? Why not healthy straw? Yes, very good question. Kristen, what is our favorite for nesting material?
I like to use hay, not straw, but hay.
Yes, hay. So that means it's a grass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not hollow, right? Where straw is. Hay, like coastal hay, is very soft and flat. And I think that really is what chickens want. If they went out into the wild and they're like, where am I going to lay an egg? What am I going to use for the nesting material? They would choose coastal hay, right?
I think so.
Right. So why not healthy straw? Because it's chopped up into small pieces and it's actually split open. Healthy straw is meant to be a type of diaper, if you will. And that's why we love putting it down inside the run. Healthy straw, because it's chopped up and split open, is not meant to be nesting material. It's going to be too small, and the chickens are going to kick it out. They're not going to be able to build that beautiful bowl shape that they want to lay eggs in.
Yeah, with interlocking fibers. You're not going to get that.
Interlocking fibers, pulling, sweeping motion. We need to start patenting these terms.
Yeah.
I would take that outside. Oh, okay. We'll see what happens.
What?
Probably if we burn it.
Oh, yes.
And
we got
Suzanne,
sprinklers. We got sprinklers everywhere in this building.
Suzanne, we do not sell coastal hay, but you can get that at your local farm store. My local farm store knows me, and they will say, oh, if you want to just pick up some hay that's outside the trailer where we keep it.
Yeah,
go
Matt
ahead.
says he can't find it. I wouldn't have. I mean, I've used, before you told me about the coastal hay, I used straw.
Yeah,
But-
it might be a regional thing.
Yeah.
Coastal hay, we're in North Carolina, so that might be something that we have here.
Right.
So whatever horses eat in your area, I would say. Wherever
Like
your horse
alfalfa?
people get
What about
their
alfalfa
hay.
and stuff? They eat that, don't they?
Yeah, alfalfa's a grass.
Yeah.
I've never seen
Alfalfa's
that
very-
outside of pellets.
Very.
Oh, yeah,
no,
no. If
I
you have
guess
rabbits, I've seen that.
rabbits.
Absolutely.
rabbits,
Alfalfa,
yeah.
if I remember correctly, is very high in sugar. That's why you have to be careful about feeding it to horses. But certain, like the older ones, we have to feed it to because of the energy or whatever. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Anyone recognize that? I can't wait for football to be back. Fire. Here's where my father would be coming in. Don't be an idiot. He's saying it right now. I can hear him.
Tell people what you're doing.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We have a fire extinguisher nearby just in case? This is probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. We're going to set this on
No,
fire.
I don't think so.
This is a little bit more than I want to see. But can you guys see it?
Yeah.
What should we have right now just in case things go south?
Take your tinfoil hat.
An
and
exit
cover it.
plan.
Thank you. An exit plan. I do want a metal cover in case we got to put a cover over this.
Yeah, you got to cover.
Because for all we know, this might go way up in flames, like putting water on a grease fire.
Yeah, you need a pot lid.
And I got about 10 seconds till I say, screw it, let's do it. All right, so we're going to set this on fire. And the only reason is I'm curious. I would think this stuff would burn real fast.
Butthole says we need rolling papers.
Square. You can use that square down there.
Oh, can't you spare a square?
Can you spare a square?
Spare one square. Not
There you
even
go.
one square.
There you go. That'll do it.
That will work. All right, well, here we go. What's going to happen? What do you guys
So
think?
that we're
then we'll
testing the
see.
hemp and the acre.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
Put the slab
Twice
of
the
acre
fun.
on
Can
top
you-
to smother it.
Can you, here, let's steal, you got your notes here? What's up with that?
Yeah, you know me.
There you go.
Very thorough.
It's very
Type
visual.
A personality. Can't stop me.
I haven't used a match and
All right, Karsten. This is what you had wrought. Let's see.
All right.
it's having a hard time burning it. I am shocked. Perfect. Thank you, Nan.
Thanks, Nan.
Nan, actually, you know why she did this? She wants to see this place burn. I am shocked. I'm not sure if you guys see. I'm not sure if you guys. It put it out. It put it out.
Try another one there. I don't believe it.
Other than you just watched it, but yeah, let's try another one. Maybe it was a fluke.
Yeah. Is it? I guess I can't. Okay. So the match is burning, but not the hemp. Is that correct?
Put some of those fibers over there on it.
No. That's not what we put in the coop.
How about some paper? Gasoline?
Poop? Chicken poop?
All right,
It's-
so
it's
folks, if
not
you're
authentic
listening,
if it
we're
doesn't have chicken
watching.
poop in it.
I am in shock.
I know. Well, look at that.
Because I see the little fibers kind of burning, but they're not. They're just burning and extinguishing.
Yeah.
This should be perfect tinder and go up in flames. Karsten, thank you for that. You just earned yourself a free shirt. Ingrid.com. And
Ingrid
Karsten.
at carolinacoops.com.
Thank you, Kristen. Karsten knows
Dude,
it. He already got a shirt from us.
Well,
so.
congratulations. Yeah, no,
That's amazing.
I am shocked. So again, I wouldn't say
It smells good.
Hey, what up, dude? Oh man, I'm kind of hungry. No, just
I love
kidding.
the smell of a backyard fire.
I don't smell it at all.
Really?
So I am shocked.
In a match.
I'm sure our
Match
YouTube
smells
chick
good,
police are
too.
going to argue with this. What a great point. I would definitely call that highly fire resistant.
Yeah.
You don't get a better type of tinder.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm wrong.
I bet you straw and pine shavings aren't going to work.
If
as
you
well.
are out in the wild and you are looking for dry, perfect tinder, where do you go? Anyone know that one?
I'm
It's a
rarely
survival.
out in the wild.
I know. You never know. It's coming. It's coming. There's going to be no food. The electric is off, and you need to survive. And it's cold, and it's rainy, but where can you find beautiful tinder? A lot of people don't think about this.
Where?
Bird's Nest. Thank you. You're welcome for that. My favorite is going to the dryer vent, and lint blows up. I actually keep that in my rucksack, my bug out bag. All right.
Yeah, you can use that for your fire starter stuff, the lint. Yeah, Sean taught me that.
That was fascinating. I'm so glad we did that. All right.
So Ben said, this is what you want to get to.
Where do chickens lay eggs in the wild? Are they tree nesting or ground nesting?
Ground nesting.
Absolutely. So great question. And this is one of the things that can happen when you free range is all of a sudden you're going on an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, I found a pile in the corner.
It can happen.
Yeah. By the gate. It's very well hidden.
So this just reminded me of something. Can we, since this is our audience, this is our fans, and we can always ask them for help. We are trying to experiment with some really good educational social media. And we had a meeting, what was it, last Wednesday, I think it was. And we wanted to be funny. And I want to do a video where top 10 reasons that you should have chickens, right? And we did the normal stuff that everybody knows. And then we tried to be funny. And I wonder what you guys can come up with out there to help us out with it. 'Cause we only came up with 3 of them. Kristen, you came up with one. Why to have backyard chickens?
You don't have to dye your eggs at Easter.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. And you said
To make room in your refrigerator.
Oh yeah.
Because you don't have to refrigerate your eggs, huh, Ingrid?
I don't know. I wasn't at the meeting, so I don't know.
You should have been. You could be here every Wednesday.
It was just me and Matt.
Oh.
It wasn't much of a meeting.
No, and it was Christopher was there.
Yeah.
So anyways, I thought it would be great to do a funny reason why to have eggs. We came up with 3, though. What was the third one?
Neighbors.
To help, give eggs to your neighbors. You got that pissed off neighbor or whatever. You can just give them eggs.
I don't think it would work with Dale.
Yeah, there's got to be other reasons why it's really funny to have chickens other than the real reasons. So, pot lid.
So Living Today said that healthy straw is so packed in that bundle. I was surprised one bale was enough for the 6 by 18 foot run.
Yeah,
Yes.
it really is.
Yeah.
I use one bale for like 6 months.
Yeah, let's get a video of that because
It
we don't
is
do a lot
really
promoting
compact
healthy
in
straw,
there.
and that's a shame. This stuff is amazing, and we love it in the run. Our run needs it.
I'm using it for chicks right now. It's great for ducks.
Oh, great for a brooder. Yeah, great for
Great
ducks.
for your run. Because you don't want to use hemp in your brooder. You got to change it out too much.
Oh, yeah. Don't try that at home. Are we going to be in trouble if people try that at home? Don't try that at home. Don't be dumb.
Yeah.
So Elizabeth said she was like, cut back some long ornamental grasses and put it in the nest box. The girls made the cutest, tightest little nests out of it.
I've done that too. Yeah, that's a great idea.
They love that. I have I have this 2 egg hutches with the 6 nest boxes, and I have little midge holes. I mean, nests. She keeps making the little pigeon-sized one is making like little nests in almost every box now.
Aw.
Not laying eggs though, but making
Well,
nests.
she's got to do something.
Yeah.
For the betterment of the flock, right? She doesn't have any eggs left in her, but she can make nests.
All right. So I wanna bring this up, and there's a reason why. So Living Today also healthy straw doesn't use pesticides. Chickens eat the straw, thus no pesticide or fungicides residue in the eggs or meat. Okay. They shouldn't want to eat the healthy straw. But okay, I saw something today I'd never seen before.
What?
And people are gonna give me crap for it, but whatever. Last week when we were cleaning out the chicken coop, and someone mentioned about using shredded paper for the nest boxes. So Jetta came out and brought us a whole thing in shredded paper. We never got around to it, but a couple of the pieces of shredded paper fell onto the ground. When I was out there earlier, for whatever reason, when I was talking to our old neighbors, the wife goes, "Why is that chicken eating shredded paper?" I'm like, "No, she's not eating it. She's just pecking right in." She ate every single piece of paper on the ground. I go, I guess they need paper.
You need a little paper in your diet.
Yeah, why?
A little roughage.
So I would say they shouldn't eat the healthy straw. I've never seen them eat the healthy straw. They're going to go in there and they're going to peck at it and move it around. It may look like they're eating it.
And that's true. Sometimes you think they're eating stuff and they're really just exploring it or pecking at it.
Or sometimes they are eating styrofoam.
Yeah. Oh, styrofoam.
Oh,
I don't know
love
what it is
styrofoam.
with styrofoam.
It's got to be the texture, like Dr. Crespo said.
It hasn't killed any of them.
Oh, my God. My chicks I had in the garage that were starting to hop out of the brooder tore apart the styrofoam.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to kill them. Maybe it just passes through, but can't be good for them.
Karsten says he would not lie to you, Matt.
Yes. No, this is what I love about this show. And that's why we love having your guys' feedback. 'Cause that's something, and I'm a pyro. I love burning stuff. I would have never thought about that.
Yeah, well, this is what Butthole says.
Yeah, and I want to figure out.
It's very counterintuitive that something so moisture absorbent wouldn't catch fire.
Exactly. That's why I was like, dude, this stuff's going to go up in
As
flames.
dry as
I
can
was
be.
legit nervous, ready to be, as the official safety officer around here. I can't believe that. There's got to be stuff in
I
it.
just thought about it. So a lot of the hemp companies who make hempcrete say it is flame retardant.
She's right.
Yeah.
She's
well, and concrete
right.
is too.
So is hempcrete made from the inner herd?
It's probably made from everything, and
It's essentially the herd, yeah.
and I do want to mention, folks, I do need to say this. If you're out there shopping for industrial hemp bedding for your chicken coops, and you see the cheaper stuff online, it is not the premium stuff like we sell. That hemp that they're selling, saying to you, use this for your bedding, comes from the hempcrete industry. The hempcrete industry does not care about the quality; they care about the ingredients. That's why it's so cheap. Ours is not made for the hempcrete industry. It's made for chicken bedding. This is the diaper that you want to use for your babies. Anyways, but that is an excellent point, Nan.
Elizabeth asks, can a teacher bring her class to Carolina Coops for a field trip tour?
Story time. Can you? Yes.
Should you?
And exactly. And I promoted it once upon a time, and I said never again. Did I tell you guys this story? I was irate. They brought 2 buses worth of high school students here as a field trip to go learn about business and getting a job, right?
Here.
Oh, here. They're outside with the teachers looking at the coops. I am in my office looking out the window.
Mm-hmm.
They are screwing off so bad that I actually thought someone was going to get hurt. I should have got this on video. I went out there, and you would think I would yell at the students. Hell no.
Everything is on video here, sir.
That's true. I go, who's in charge here? And I was so mad. I don't remember everything I said after that. And there was only one teacher out of the 5 of them that I could tell, she's like, thank you. I could not believe how these students behaved. It was ridiculous. And I said, never again will you guys be allowed here. Because I am all about the students. I am all about
What were they doing?
Screwing around. They're like kicking the coop. They're wrestling each other. Yelling. They were doing nothing that they were supposed to be doing. And the teachers didn't give a crap. And so they came back to have a meeting. I can't believe the things I hear. That literally their hands are tied. You wonder why we have the problems we have today. Are you freaking kidding me?
Maybe a select group of interested students.
Okay, with all that said,
would be better.
I love when the kids come here. But I don't think high school kids need to come here. No, sorry. Younger kids, absolutely. And they would love it. They would love it. And you never know in that child's mind where that spark's going to be that's going to affect the rest of their life like mine was with hatching baby chicks. You just never know. Sorry. God, I don't know. I was so mad. They heard about it, the stories. Oh, the kids quiet up. Anyways.
Okay.
Bodybuilders eat dog food for protein. Paper is all good. Mosaic, what's going on?
Wow.
So we got something coming up. I don't know if I can say it yet. I don't know if I can officially say it yet, but we are going down that path with someone that's pretty darn cool that has to consume a lot of eggs as part of his training, who's actually very famous, and we're going to be doing something together. I cannot wait. Sorry. Hemp is flammable when you smoke it. I wouldn't smoke hemp, but anyways. Okay, so it is 127. What are we doing? 95 people. So we finally got 95 people here, and it wasn't because of Cracker Muncher. It's probably because of me and me being irate. Is it hot in here?
You're hot. Steaming.
So let's get to it. If you have any more questions, please let us know. Let's get to it, and then we'll wrap up the show. Ingrid, what's wrong? Come on.
Nothing.
Oh, what do we have next week? Next week we have chicks hatching, hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Do you guys remember?
They better be on schedule.
Do you remember the breed?
Really.
Do we remember? I'm so excited about this.
I'm an almond.
Don't.
What? I thought you were asking me.
Almond Joy? What are you saying?
Do you guys out there remember the breed of eggs that were hatching? I'm sorry. This is just for to see who's really paying attention, and also the more you guys comment, the continue we grow the show. And as soon as I start saying we're gonna go, they get off. I gotta stop saying that. You are thinking of bath salts. Okay. Anyways.
So join us next week. We have
eggs hatching.
You're
gonna be here. You're coming all the way back.
Yes. Perhaps right before the show too.
It is not the same. Hemp and marijuana. I know what you're trying to say. Yes, it comes from like the same family. There's all kinds of different strains of marijuana. This is not the same. Okay. Richard Pryor Sr., how big hen egg box do I need for a 12 by 50 run? 12 by 16, so hen house will be 12 by 9. We need to change this. I'm actually not a bad reader. It's hard for me to read it because of the background. I don't understand this question.
It's determined not by the size of your chicken coop or run, but the number of chickens. You need one nest for every 4 to 6 chickens.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Essentially,
and
it's
realistically every 8 to 12 chickens. But yeah, because they'll all lay. But maybe he wants to know how big they're supposed to be. Usually, aren't they 12 inches? Approximately to.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't
chicken.
listen to you guys. I move on. What was it? I'm sorry.
They're pretty.
Really, we know that. We all know you don't listen.
But as soon as I heard inches, I perked. What?
the nest, each nest box for a chicken, is that like about 12 inches?
12 by 12. That's the
Yeah,
rule of thumb.
yeah,
And oh
essentially.
my
You
God.
can go a little more, a little less.
Oh,
I
God
wouldn't go a lot
forbid. No,
more.
you go too big. It's too big for your little chickens. You go
Yeah.
too small. My
'Cause
big chickens
you
can't
do
fit
want
in
it
there.
to be cozy.
Cozy,
So
yes.
too big is actually a problem.
That's why our next gen egg hutches that are coming out, it's going to be adjustable.
Wow. Interesting.
They
So
want to know
these,
who ran that brown egg.
Yes.
these
look at
are
these.
black copper Morans.
One of Matt's favorite
And
breeds.
I don't know. This one is a little purplish. It's very
Yeah,
interesting.
what's up with this
That
one?
probably has more of a bloom to it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's you can see how the bloom because
But
I
look
had
at-
a black copper Moran that had
It's
very
matte.
light.
Kind of.
Look
Yeah.
at the spots on it. I've never
And then I
seen.
have some that get laid that are pixelated, almost like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
you
absolutely
got,
gorgeous.
You got a good batch of your.
How many chickens you got?
Time to go.
Hold on. To be
5.
fair, these are 2 that I donated this morning. These were
Oh,
in the
really?
yeah, these were out in the coop. And I was showing the people that are getting a chick coop. They are green. They don't look green on the show. These are
this
such
is
a
broken.
beautiful
Those are
avocado.
green queens, or is that what those are?
I don't remember.
Emerald.
Yeah, who
Queens.
remembers the chickens from last year? It's one of those weird names. Look how round they are. I also wanted to share with you guys real quick. Our CNC guy, Eric, loves to tell us about this. Can you guys tell if I take an egg and spin it like... He's right. Is you can figure out if an egg is hard-boiled or not. So if you spin an egg... Does he do it like this? Yeah. If you go like this and spin it, and it does that, it's not hard-boiled. You take a hard-boiled egg and you spin it, it stays up. And it'll
Really?
spin. Yeah, I have no idea.
Huh.
Yeah, thank you, Eric, for that.
Pitch Matt Ryan said it'd be funny if Matt is thinking they're going to hatch some Samanis, but Silkies pop out.
Oh, that would be so good.
Excuse me.
I don't. I wanted to go
sneezing?
fishing
Yes,
with
bless
him
you.
so
I have
bad.
so much allergies.
That would be fun. We should do that as a stunt. That would be funny. Yeah, whatever. Silkies. I don't have a problem putting silkies out here though, just to show people how big of a pain in the butt they are. I think it was Francine was asking, what are these little guys?
These are bantam eggs.
What kind of bantam?
Old English game.
God, you
Probably.
love those ones.
Yeah.
These are cool. Very pretty.
And they're big. Those are big eggs for the size of those
Yeah,
chickens.
yeah,
I'm
like
always
cracker
amazed at
muncher.
how big of egg that midge lays for her
All right.
size.
It is 1:30.
All right.
Next week, we got baby chicks hatching. Make sure
Yes.
you guys are here. Thank you so much for being here. We made it to Friday. Have a wonderful, safe, happy weekend.
See you
Later.
next week.
Wait, I don't have my music.
You got to be ready for this, Ingrid.
I am not. All right. Different sound.